Hey guys, it's Marvy and I'm back with another video. It is the end of a month, beginning of a new month, so you know what that means. This is an Empties video. This is my third time trying to record this video. I apparently am running out of storage on my phone, so that's super awesome. So hopefully this time it lets me record all the way. Yeah. I'm so sorry that I have not been around. I haven't uploaded an Empties video in I think a month or two, and I'm so sorry about that. I have just been having a lot of life issues and motivation issues, and there's been a lot going on in the last few months, so I apologize. But yeah, if you're new here, hi, welcome. I do a lot of Empties videos. I do review videos, I do a lot of haul videos, so if you like that kind of content, please like this video and please consider subscribing to this channel. I would really appreciate it. So yeah, let's get started. Let's do some skincare. This is the Bioma Hydrating Serum. This is my second bottle that I've emptied out. I really like this product. I think it's so hydrating and nourishing for the skin. This dropper is the bane of my existence. I hate this dropper. It is very difficult to pick up the product with this dropper. It just does not work very well. However, the product itself is very good. Bioma is a really good brand. I think that they have very good high quality products at a very reasonable price. I think I bought this at like Target. You can buy it at Target or Ulta. I don't particularly need this right now, but it is just one of those serums that I always will repurchase because it's just something that you should have to help your skin barrier. It has triceramide complex, it has squalane, it has glycerin. So it just has a lot of hydrating and nourishing products to help your skin and your skin barrier. And so I love hydrating products like this. So I think I'll always repurchase this. At some point, I'm sure I will repurchase this. Next for skincare is this mask from Origins. This is the Original Skin Retexturizing Mask with Rose Clay. I have used this mask in the shower. I actually find that I will actually use these products if they're in my shower, which is just, easier than literally setting aside time to do a mask and then it gets all messy and it gets everywhere when you're trying to take it off. I just can't stand masks for that reason, and so I feel like if I have them in the shower, I use them more. So this one was in the shower. I was able to empty it out. I really like it. I think as far as clay masks are concerned, this is a very good one, but I don't think that it's like super revolutionary. And so I don't think that I would repurchase it unless it's like heavily discounted or something. Then I might pick it up again. But it's not a bad product by any means. It's just not, super life-changing, let's say. Let's do a little bit of hair stuff. This is the Little Travel Size Batiste Dry Shampoo Original. I don't really care for this product. I don't like Batiste. The white residue is really annoying. It's just not a good product. I think I just bought it because I needed like a travel size one. And I don't think I would repurchase it again. Dry shampoo I will always repurchase is this one from Vegamore. This is the Grow Dry Shampoo. I love this dry shampoo. This is the best dry shampoo on the market. It smells great. There's no white residue and it really dries the hair. This is such a good product. Please, Vegamore, if you're watching this, make this in a jumbo size. I don't know if you do, but I've never seen it. So please help me out. You should also make travel size. You should also make a travel size. Okay. I also emptied out a little Head and Shoulders. Unfortunately, I have to use Head and Shoulders because I get dandruff. This is my favorite one, the Smooth and Silky. It really does make your hair smooth and silky. When I freshly dye my hair, I can't use Head and Shoulders, obviously, so I will use like a Bumble and Bumble shampoo, or I'll use like a Garnier shampoo or whatever. Head and Shoulders, unfortunately, I have to use it. Because I just get really bad dandruff. So at some point in time, I have to make that transition. So Head and Shoulders, I'll always repurchase it simply because I just need to. Let's do some makeup, shall we? This is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. This is in the shade 5.75. This foundation, I have had it for like a year and a half. maybe 2 years. I just at some point in time stopped using it because it stopped matching me. And so I picked it back up again about 2 months ago, because I was tanning more. We're in the thick of summer, and so it was a better shade match for me. And so I did finally empty it out. It doesn't look empty, but believe you me, I have been scraping the edges of this bottle with a Q-tip for the last month and a half. There's no way to pump it out anymore. And at some point in time, I just got tired of scraping the bottle with a Q-tip to use it. So I'm finally going to consider it empty. Luminous Silk is appropriately hyped. It is a very, very good foundation. It is very pricey, but I think it's worth it. It is a very, very good finish and a beautiful finish on the face. I also really like the shade range. I think the shade range is really nice. I have been really, really into skin tints, and so I have repurchased some new skin tints. My favorite right now is the Veil Hourglass one. I love that one. But I think whenever I do go back to actual foundation, I think I am just going to repurchase this Luminous Silk, probably a shade or two lighter, because 5.75 is a little bit too deep for me. Right now it is a perfect match, but I think once the fall and winter months come around, I don't think it's going to be a good match anymore. This is only a good match in the summer. And so if I do repurchase it, I will repurchase it in a different shade. But yeah, it's Luminous Silk. It's an OG for a reason. It's the best. Speaking of complexion products, this is the Dior Forever Skin Correct Concealer. So this is so old that it's back before they reformulated it, and it's shade 2N. So like I said, they have since reformulated this product. I have been scraping the sides forever. This concealer has lasted me like 3 years. It has lasted me so long. Again, this is not a, budget product. This is a very, very expensive concealer. However, I do think it's a good investment. I think that this product is it's a very good formula. It leaves a beautiful finish on the face, very natural, but still provides coverage, doesn't crease. And most importantly, it lasts very long. I did not find that I ran out of this product. It actually took me, like I said, 3 years to finish it. Again, was I using it every day? No. It is not always my concealer of choice. I do really like Tarte Shape Tape. I do really like the Hourglass Veil Concealer. However, the shades that I have for those two concealers, they're a little too light. And so this is a better shade match when I am this tan. If you watched my last video, I did repurchase it. I think, like I said, it's a very good investment. It's a very good concealer, and it's a very good spot concealer. So when I am not so tan, it is actually a perfect shade match. And so I do spot conceal with this as opposed to just like under eye concealer, which is usually a little bit lighter and brighter. But right now I do use it as an under eye concealer because it is working in that way right now because of how deep I am. So yeah, it's a really good product. It's a really, really good product. It's pricey, but I personally think it's worth it. Okay, sticking with makeup, I also finished this out. This is from Too Faced. This is the Too Faced Born This Way Soft Blur Powder in the shade Medium. So this is a version of, or I should say, this is Too Faced's version of the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush powder. I did really like it. I did feel that I kind of ran through it pretty quickly. It lasted me about 9-10 months, maybe less than that. Yeah, maybe like 7 or 8 months it lasted me. It wasn't a bad product by any means. I thought it was a good powder. I just wasn't really impressed with the amount of product that you get for the price. This was pretty expensive. This was like $40 something if I recall correctly. And I just think that for that price point, I might as well just get the Charlotte Tilbury one because I feel like it has a little bit more product and it just lasted me a little bit longer. So if you watched my last video, I did repurchase the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless powder in the shade medium because I ran out of that one. But it wasn't a bad product. It was a very, very good product. It was the way that I would set my face after applying some sort of foundation or skin tint. So I finished out, well, I consider these empties. These are my little powder puffs. These are the ones that I use to set my under eye after I put on concealer, and I set this with loose powder. I like these. I buy these on Amazon. However, I do empty them out periodically because they get all nasty. I know that you can wash them, or like you can flip this little thing over, but I don't really want to even touch that side, and so I just rather use a new one. So these are some eyebrow products. This is from e.l.f. This is the Wow Brow, and this is in the shade Neutral Brown. So I like the Wow Brow because it has like little fibers. I don't know if you can see, but it has little fibers, which I like because it does add a little bit of like, you know, bushy brow, boy brow kind of effect on the brow. However, I feel like I don't get enough product out of this. Like I feel like it either dries out or runs out very quickly, and you know, it's very inexpensive. I think it's like $5, but I'd rather pay a little bit more and just have the product last me longer. Because I feel like this just dries out or something. I'm not really sure, but there's something wrong with the formula that like makes it just not last very long, because I don't recall using this for very long before it started to dry out on me. This is my favorite eyebrow pencil. This is from Maybelline. This is the Brow Ultra Slim Pencil, and I use it in the shade 255 Soft Brown. I repurchase these all the time. This is, like I said, my favorite eyebrow pencil. I really like how small and precise the little thing is. I really enjoy it. I line the brow with it, and then I fill in the brow with it, and then I usually go over the brow with some sort of pomade like this product. When I'm having like a no makeup day, I will use like the eyebrow freeze kind of products. But when I do like a full face of makeup, I prefer filling in my eyebrows with this. And I like it in this soft brown because it's not like that harsh. However, I did have my makeup done recently, and the girl did use like a darker product on my brows, and it looked really good. So I might consider that. But yeah, that eyebrow pencil, the Maybelline one, is my favorite one. I'll reuse it to the end of time, and I will repurchase it every time I run out. So love, love, love that product. So those were my makeup products. Let's do a little bit of body care, shall we? This is from the brand Osea. I don't know how to say that. I'm so sorry. This is the Undaria Algae Body Oil. This is such a good body oil. It's like a very dry oil. It smells so good. I really enjoyed this product. It is no substitute for body lotion. Like it doesn't like moisturize the skin. It just kind of like, it's a dry oil, so it like, you know, softens the skin and it smells really nice. But I don't feel that it moisturizes per se. So I feel like the best application is like some like basic body lotion and then put this on top. It's amazing. Again, this is kind of like one of those extra step products. I refer to them as like extra step products, which is they're products that are nice to use, and they're not bad products, they're good products, but they're not necessary. This is one of those products. And so I feel like, I mean, if you're a body oil person in general, this is a very good one. But I think if you're not, then this is kind of like an extra step. And so I can kind of do without it. So if this is ever on sale again, I will probably repurchase it, but I don't think I'd go out of my way for it. But that's not to say it's a bad product. It's actually a very good product. Another product that I emptied is this from Trader Joe's. This is the Trader Joe's Moisturizing Cream Shave. If you're an OG watcher, you know that this is my favorite shaving product of all time. I have been buying this product for over 10 years. I love it so much. They have since redone the packaging. I went to Trader Joe's a few days ago and I picked up another one. I absolutely loved it. It's like $5 or $6, I think. It used to be like $3. So yeah, it's a great product. Great, 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 great product. And I have since tested it out, and I can happily report that they have not changed the formula, which for me is a big deal. So yeah. Some deodorants that I emptied out. This is just the regular Dove, and this is like a little native travel deodorant. I was in trial for work, and I was staying like 2 hours south of me for about 2.5 weeks. So that was grueling to say the least. And so I do have around here a lot of travel size products that I've emptied out while I was staying down there. So this is one of those products. As far as aluminum free deodorant is concerned, Native is my favorite. However, I personally have to be very, very careful with the scent because not all the scents go with my body chemistry, if you understand my meaning. But the coconut vanilla I love so much. This is OG. I love it. I unfortunately always have to keep a regular deodorant with me because sometimes the aluminum free deodorant unfortunately doesn't work all the time. So yeah, I have to keep both of them around. Dove is my favorite regular deodorant and Native is my favorite aluminum free deodorant. So yeah. Sticking with body care, I did finish out some loofahs. This is the travel size one that it just needs to be replaced. This is my regular one that I have now since replaced. I use those for like a couple months and then throw them out. And last but not least, for body care is this jumbo size Dove sensitive skin body wash. This is like one of those, bare bones, does what it needs to do products that I really enjoy. However, body wash is one of those products that I do like to, dibble and dabble and try different ones. Whenever I go to Target, I always want to try, the different body washes that they have. I do like body washes that have scent. And so this one, it's a really, really good product, but I don't really have sensitive skin to the point where I can't use scented products. And so I have since bought the jumbo size pump one from the brand Method, the pink bottle that smells like pink peony. I also have purchased one that I just saw at like TJ Maxx or something that smells like lavender. So that's the one I'm currently using right now. And so I think at some point I'll go back to this one because this is just like a staple kind of good product. But for now, I'm just testing out other body washes because I do like to do that periodically. So yeah. Okay, some soaps that I finished out. These are both from Bath & Body Works. This is the Seaside Skies foaming one. This one has notes of salt air, coastal lavender, and lemon. This one was very pleasant. This was in one of those like discount bins at the store at Bath & Body Works, and so this was like $2 or something. This one I ordered with the I think it's like 5 for $27 or something. And so I do purchase those often. This is Rainfall. This one has notes of morning rain and willows. I really, really enjoyed this one. I think I prefer the gel formula to the foaming formula. I feel like the foaming formula is a little bit too drying for me. So yeah, you guys know if you've seen any of my videos, I always repurchase these Bath & Body Works soaps and the candles, and I always have them around, and I always include them in my Empties videos because I want to, and because I like to talk about them. So yeah. Some like oral care stuff. I finished my Jumbo TheraBreath, and then I finished my little mini size TheraBreath. I usually keep these and just like refill them for when I travel, just so that I could just like reuse the bottle or whatever. I finished a Colgate toothpaste. This is the baking soda and peroxide one. I used to really like this one, but I feel like they changed the formula, so it's not really my favorite anymore, but I did buy a 3-pack, so, using that out. This is a TheraZinc Immune Support Throat Spray. We swear by this in this house. My husband uses one, I use one, and I really feel that this helps whenever flu season. We use it all year round, but I think in particular when there's stuff going around, use this religiously because, oh gosh, we just hate getting sick. So yeah. So last but not least is my little bottle of Array. These are my MB1 metabolic burn capsules. I've talked about these before. I really like this. This is not sponsored. I don't even think this brand knows who I am, but I do purchase these a lot. These have helped curb my appetite, and these have helped me with, yeah, basically they help a lot with appetite. That's what they really help with. They do help with weight loss, but I think that they help more with appetite. Very, very good product. They call it faux Zempic. Because it's all natural, but it still kind of mimics the same reactors and receptors that the Ozempic does. So yeah, I don't think it's as effective as Ozempic by any means, but I think it's a good natural alternative. But you do have to use it for a while to start seeing results. But I've already been using this for the better part of a year, and I really, really enjoy these supplements. So yeah, guys, that was my huge Empties video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm so sorry that I haven't been uploading, but I've had a lot of personal things going on. Work has been crazy and, personal stuff has been going on. So I'm going to try my best to be better at uploading. I know that I said that last time, but I'm trying. Let me know what you think of any of these products. Let me know what else you'd like to see from me, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.